Good morning, children. Today we move on to sixth poem titled Animals, written by Walt Whitman from the book First Flight. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist, and he is among the most influential poets in the American canon, often called the father of free verse. His poetry often focused on both loss and healing. Two of his well known poems, O Captain, My Captain, and When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed, were written on the death of Abraham Lincoln. Now, in this poem, Animals, the poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. I'll just recite the poem first. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me, and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? This is an extract taken from Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. Okay. Now, as you would have listened to what I recited from that itself, you could have made out whatever he has said. He makes it very clear that we do that, animals don't do that, and that is why he prefer to live with animals. Anyway, let us analyze it line by line. I think I could turn and live with animals. So at the outset, the poet says that I think it is better to go and live with animals than with humans. I could turn and live with animals. And then he states the reasons why he feels so. First reason is they are so placid and self contained. Placid means calm, very peaceful. So you may feel that how can you describe animals as calm and peaceful, wild animals and all. It is usually said that only they attack the fear of being attacked or when we provoke them. Understand? So compared to humans, the poet feels that the animals are placid, and it can be interpreted in another way also. Humans, we run after worldly pleasures. Animals don't do that, so they're very calm. When we run after worldly pleasures, we are not calm at heart. We are always, we have something, we want more. We are never at peace. Understand? But animals, they don't run after worldly pleasures, so they're very calm and self contained. Again, they have full control over themselves. We humans interfere in others' lives also. Animals, they don't do that. I stand and look at them long and long. That line tells us that he admires animals. Only you will stand and look at something only if you admire something, right? A painting, a beautiful painting. You will stand and look and you admire that. Isn't it? So, like that, he admires animals. That is brought out through that line. I stand and look at them long and long. Something which you hate, you will never do that. You will only look once, right? So the line I stand and look at them long and long. Through that line, the poet is telling us how much he admires animals. We move on to the next stanza. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. What does that mean? They do not sweat and whine. Whine means cry. Very clearly, the poet says that we humans have that habit. We lament about our present condition. For example, if we take this COVID, oh, why did this happen? We cannot go out, we cannot enjoy life, right? If you look at it from your point of view, you cannot enjoy with your friends, you cannot go out and play with your friends, your life is limited, right? You cannot go to school, you cannot enjoy the PT periods and things like that. From adults' point of view, they will miss something else, like that. So we humans have the tendency to sit and lament about our condition. That is what you mean. They don't sweat and whine. why do we do that? Because we are not happy with what we have, right? We cannot adjust to the given situation. We always feel that, why is it like this? Why am I not given a better situation? There are people like that also, right? When they see others enjoying, why am I not given that? Why can't I enjoy that life? Why my life alone is like this? Lamenting over one situation. Animals, they don't do that. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. The next thing, what humans do? What do? They commit all sins. They when they are daytime and whatever they do all that, and night. That is why it is written in the dark. Night they lie awake. They cannot sleep because of their misdeeds, because of their own actions. They are not getting peaceful sleep, and that time they lie awake and weep. Then they realize what I did, the sins, what I did was a mistake. I should not have done that. Why did I do that? Understand? So humans have the habit of, they don't realize that they are doing a mistake. They do it without a second thought. And night time, they lie awake and weep thinking of that. Animals, they don't have any such problem. Okay, they don't do that. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. That he refers to the hypocrites who feel that they're very religious. Yes, we have our duty to God. We have to do this, do that. But they, in reality, they may be doing against that. But in front of others, they'll pretend that they're dutiful, duty bound to God. He says that animals, that's why he said that they do not make me sick. Always listening to such comments. The animals, they don't make me sick saying that. No, not one is dissatisfied. Not one is dissatisfied. Animals, if you think of animals, they are satisfied with what they have. Okay, we can think of the tiger in the zoo here. There, the situation is different because the tiger is in the cage. The tiger in the jungle, you can relate this to his, isn't it? The tiger in the jungle, it is satisfied with his life. When its freedom is curtailed, situation is different. Because a tiger is not meant to be within the cage. Okay, so not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with a mania of owning things. Mania, you know what is it? So, not one is demented. Demented, actually, the word means mad. Here you can say disturbed with a mania of owning things. That is possessing things. Don't we agree that we humans are that? I want this, I want that. You bought something, then to decorate that you will buy something else, and then to add on to that you will buy something else. Right? We keep on doing that. I need this. And it is actually this, what should I say, man's habit of wanting more and more leads to conflicts also among siblings, fight over property. We are not satisfied with what we get. We need the other person's thing also. Why is he given more? Why I am the person who's struggling? Why was I not given that, right? So that leads to struggles and all. In animals' case, they don't have anything like that. They are not dissatisfied at all, and they are not disturbed with this mania of owning things that I want this, I want this. They are not saying, right, animal jungle, that this much portion is mine. They don't do that. Okay. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Here we say that in human society, we have this hierarchy, right? Hierarchy can be elder and younger, rich and poor, the different layers of the society. So one has to kneel to another. That kneel, it can be out of respect. That is the younger generation kneeling. That is what it said. Line, not to his kind that lived thousands of years. That is ancestors. Not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Bowing down to ancestors. That also animals don't do. But we humans consider them with great regard. Okay. But kneeling to others, even unnecessarily, out of respect, it is okay. But what he says is that in the animal world, it is equality. There is no elder, younger, rich, poor, no such differentiation. Not one is respectable. That is, he is a respectable person. You are poor, you don't enjoy that facility. No, nothing like that. Not one. Understood? Is it clear, children? That is why it said not one kneels to another. Don't think that, oh, kneeling is bad. Not that. It is said, no, you shouldn't bow your head to others. In human society, it happens. Not only amidst rich, not only amidst the elder, they are even rich and poor. That different discrimination is there. But in the animal world, not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Their life is always the same. No, you can say that one person is unhappy, the other person is happy. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. Very important line. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. We all know that animals kill other animals and eat, right? But they don't hide that. They don't hide that. They kill other animals and they do that. They don't hide that they do such a thing. But what do humans do? Outwardly, they pretend that we have a very nice relationship with others. But in reality, it may not be like that. But we are hypocrites. We show that. We show that we are very good friends. We are very good relatives. But behind, it may not be the truth. But animals, it's not like that. If they kill other animals, they do that. They don't hide it. That frankness, the poet likes that. That's why he say, I accept them. I accept them as they are. We know a lion is ferocious, it kills other animals. We know that a tiger kills deer. But we accept them like that. But humans, there are many who pretend that, oh, we are very social, we are very humble, but cruelty will be within. We don't know how they plot and plan, right? Animals, they don't do that. We need not be afraid of that plotting and planning. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their position. So now the poet says that they bring me tokens. Tokens, actually, it is a metaphor for the inner qualities of man. So it's tokens of myself. I also had this. These are the tokens which I had. Understand? Tokens of myself. They evince. Evince means reveal. And they reveal it plainly in their position. The poet wonders, I had these qualities, right? Now animals reveal that they have it. It is in their possession. Then he wonders, I wonder where they get those tokens. So it is just like something, okay, token, you take it as a material thing. Humans had it. Somewhere you got misplaced or you lost, forgot about that. And after many years, animals are showing it and saying that we have this. We possess this. And then you remember what happened to our tokens. It is the same situation here. They bring me tokens of myself. I also had these qualities. I represent humans. Understand? They evince them plainly in their position. They show that they have it. Then he wonders, I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So the poet wonders whether am I responsible? Did I leave it? Did I lose it negligently? I was so careless that I left it and the animals got it. So indirectly, the poet is blaming us. God created everyone alike. We also had these qualities. But our carelessness, we gave it up, which is passed on to animals. Now he feels animals are better than human beings. Okay, there is no rhyme scheme in this poem. You have assonance, that I think I could live with animals, that repetition of the vowel sound. Then you have repetition, long and long, that is repetition. Anaphora, lot you can get. They do, not one, anaphora. Then metaphor, the token stands for inner qualities. Okay, that is it. Hope it's clear. Thank you.